they mixed in zone throughout the night and played it again on that possession where you get 3 out top. Something you mentioned the other night was just sort of the thing that you're working on and are, getting closer and closer to being where you want to sort of deciding when to take that 3, when to go for it. What was it about the opportunity that you guys created that allowed you to get that shot?
Yeah, we tried our little zone offense. It didn't really, we didn't really get a crack. And then the way they kind of like matched up, Andrew had Dub and Ben had matched to me at the top. And then it kind of turned into a one-on-one situation. And I think it was starting to get towards the end of the shot clock. Those are that late game, those are the moments, the times when I trust my work and try to do what they paid me for, I guess you can say. But yeah, I just seized the moment, was aggressive. I dribbled towards him and he took a couple steps back. I knew I can get the shot off.
Another great demonstration of word trust that you just used is you find Kaysen in the pocket. I know it was a subtle play, but ends up in 2 free throws as he dumps off to Hartenstein. Tell me about that play and the way that you guys can use a guard like Kaysen in a crucial moment like that.
Yeah, we've seen so many defenses. Defenses have thrown a lot at me over the past couple of years. And I don't only see them, the rest of my team sees them out there. They know how to play in them, play inside of them. And that's what you guys saw. Kaysen knew, obviously, with the show, that he'd be able to roll, get in the pocket, and make a play, and make the right basketball play, and that's exactly what he did. But yeah, there was a point in time where it wasn't that fluent, but we obviously have some games under our belt, and that's why you guys see the result.
Sure, you just mentioned season a little bit.
Yeah.
It felt like there were spells on offense tonight. You go 2 for 8 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
From then on, you only miss 1 shot, and it felt like whenever you scored, whenever you missed some rampages that you maybe needed, the team needed that. I guess, do you have a sense of when to seize a game? Do you specifically insert yourself in certain stretches?
For the most part of the game, I just hoop. I just take what the defense gives me, going up and down the floor. I'm trying to be aggressive. But late game, I definitely try to manage possessions. I try to be cerebral in my attack, based on how the defense is gonna guard me, what they're gonna throw at me, and I just be aggressive from there, really. But I definitely my attendance go up late game for sure.
The post stuff, you've done that in the past, maybe not so much this year. What was it about tonight, the way they were playing, that made you want to get in the post? And I guess how much of that is you having that tucked for most of this year?
Yeah, my coach Nate, he talks about scoring in a variety of ways and being hard to guard in that way, and he's been sending me clips in the past couple of days we had off of Tracy McGrady, Kobe, Melo, and those guys are very versatile in how they score and come at you in multiple ways, and that's just something I'm trying to master. I'm trying to hone in on. I'm trying to check all the boxes as an offensive player. It's not going to always come on a night-to-night basis, but I'm going to get better at it. That's, I guess, what we saw tonight.
Was there anything in particular in the second quarter that you were trying to protect, that you saw just kind of after how the first quarter went, then obviously you're able to get collected?
Yeah, they played way faster than us in the first quarter, and I wanted to match that level of intensity. And once we got stops and was able to get on transition, I saw the opportunity to play fast, get downhill, and just be aggressive. And I think I went back in the game and it was 14. In this building, it's hard to turn it around, and I feel like that was the moment where we needed to cut into it a little bit, and it worked out.
Mark mentioned that everybody that stepped into the game had a big moment. It felt like in this game, and the bench had 29 points. Everybody scored. But what is the second unit giving you guys, especially a night like tonight, where you get off to a slow start and then you back home against the Wizards, where it just felt like a close game for the fourth quarter?
Yeah, our bench has been amazing. They are always ready to play. It doesn't feel like we have a bench, to be honest. It feels like we have 2 lineups. It feels like when one lineup start working, we go a different lineup, and that lineup figures it out. We course correct, and we get the car back on the road. But that's the way we look at it. We look at it like we have 12 to 14 guys every night that can affect and change a game, no matter who's out there, no matter who we play against, and that's how we attack the game, and that's why we have like moments like you said, like a new group will come in and they'll change the tide of the game. It's because we don't see it as a second unit, first unit. We see it as guys going out there to play basketball and make basketball winning plays.
Shai, obviously by now, like we've had a decent sample of say, but last year you guys were the best shooting team in the league. Now you're like closer to the middle, like 19-ish. Mark was just in here pre-game talking about like the trade-offs and accepting that because this is a new team. I guess for you, that clearly the numbers haven't stopped you from playmaking. So like, how much do you care about volume versus efficiency as a team and you're still trying to work?
Talking about like our shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like we just haven't made shots like throughout the season. Like guys like Isaiah Joe. Like I feel like Isaiah hasn't been what he's been for the year and a half that he was here to start. And he obviously does so many other things on the basketball court to affect winning, and that's why he still plays, even though he hasn't made as many shots as we expect him to make. But like we feel like we haven't shot the ball pretty well, but we try not to use that as an excuse, but know that when that comes, it'll only tick us up and only help us score more points, win more games. But being able to get it done despite the shooting lows, the shooting slumps, whatever you want to call it, is a skill of ours and something that we try to get done every night.
This team used to shoot the way it did last year.
There's going to be moments where we're going to need to make shots. Now, this team is very good defensively, and we might be fine. But I guess we'll see.
Go ahead, last one. You scored 45 the night after Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
There's a night a lot of people have argued you guys should have played on. I guess some of the argument from people is that the NBA hasn't marketed this team well, and specifically you. I guess, what do you think of that? And do you care about the way the league is moving?
Marketing me?
Yeah, OKC.
Yeah. So that's something we cannot control. So giving time and energy to it is something I just don't do. With that being said, I would love to play on Christmas Day and disappointed that the group didn't get the opportunity. Now, all we can do is, for the rest of the season, prove why we should play on Christmas Day. And that's all we can hang our hat on. We can't pout about it. You don't get something you want in life, you got to go get it. That's how I see it.
Thank you, Shai.
You're welcome, Matt.
I think 6 minutes or so of the game, 6:50. You guys outscored 27-15. You actually haven't had a lot of clutch opportunities this year.
I know.
By double digits a lot, but what'd you make of the way that you executed when you guys finally had a chance to get some of those opportunities?
Did a very good job executing down the stretch, which is nice. Like you said, we haven't had a lot of opportunity to do it, which is never really a complaint, but it's always good to have those moments. And I thought we were just good defensively and offensively. I thought we controlled the clock well. Thought we got really good shots. Everybody was just kind of ready to make a play the whole game. That's what we did.
You mentioned earlier in the year you and Shai working on your game in the game. And that's really a next level of being able to actually improve on your game.
Yeah.
The investment that Shai's made in the three-point shot and to have that pay such dividends in a crucial moment. What's going through your head as he hits that shot?
I knew he was shooting it. But yeah, big-time players make big plays. It's kind of all I got for that. Just he works on it, so he's going to shoot it, and he trusts his game a lot, and obviously we trust him to shoot those for sure, and that's exactly why. But yeah, he's just a special player, so we expect him to shoot and make those shots, and I don't really think the outside world understands how much confidence that takes to shoot a shot that you're still trying to get comfortable with, and to be able to shoot it during that time is impressive.
Yeah, he's been around Shai probably. I consider the all-NBA player, which Where does this rank among the performances you've seen from him? And I guess what, if anything, felt different throughout the game?
Unfortunately, I feel kind of numb to like when he plays like this because it happens pretty often. So he's fallen into that category of it's expected, but we definitely appreciate it as well. So it doesn't go under the radar, but just as far as performances, like, I don't know, I've seen him hit a lot of big shots, and I think last time we both played here, he missed the game winner here. So I thought that was pretty cool that he was able to hit a big shot. I could be wrong, but there was a time, I think my rookie year when we came here, he missed one, a post up. So for him to be able to hit a big three back here, I feel like that's probably in the back of his mind. So I think that was pretty cool.
You know, when we asked him, he says like most of the game he's just hooping it, and you know, as the tennis go up at the end of the game. I just wonder, like, you play with him long enough, do you sense the moments when he's like, okay, I gotta maybe grab the game about it?
Yeah, he's usually calling for the ball. He usually waits to do that until the fourth quarter. But yeah, I feel like as a teammate, that's kind of one of those things, and one of the things that I'm working on too is like also reading the game, like knowing who's hot, knowing when he has it going, and then obviously like crunch time he's gonna have the ball. It's gonna be one of us. So, but yeah, there's definitely like I wouldn't say it's like a switch, but it's just a little more urgency to get to his spots and get to like his bread and butter. And I think, like I said earlier, for him to shoot the shot that he's been working on, I think was pretty cool.
Follow up if I can. Just, you mentioned trying to pick up that skill from Shai. I guess what are you looking at? What you picked up so far? And I guess what you still trying to learn?
Now just trying to get to the line, get to the rim, trying to get more free throws. Yeah, that's kind of been my thing. Just going, even if you don't get a call, or no matter what the game is, just trying to work on different ways to kind of get there, and just kind of get to the three levels. Like, I'm really comfortable in the mid range, shoot three really well. So just trying to get back to getting to the rim.
What was key for you guys in the third quarter, just to regain control of the game after they had already taken away in the first round?
Thought we did a good job keeping our composure when they went on a run. They've had a couple runs like that, and they're a really good team. So I think we kind of got our pace into the game a little bit, and then we kind of let our defense pick up and ramp up. Thought we got some crucial stops that kind of led to like run-outs and layups, and we kind of just stuck with it offensively. Like, I think we were like 3 for 19 or 5 for 19 during like the first quarter or something like that at one point. So just sticking with it, and eventually shots are going to fall, but like I said, throughout the whole year, our defense is what is going to keep us kind of anchored.
You had that layup right at the buzzer at halftime. You've picked up a lot of those plays. It feels like a game quarters this season. Just how much do you work on the game plays like that personally?
We rep stuff like that, but that's kind of one of those situations where it's like it's more just about like spacing and then like just trying to go fast. So a lot of it is not really me. I would say a lot of it is like guys we call it like first team ready, like guys getting to spots early during those moments, and then from there it's kind of just like pushing and seeing what's available. So like tonight it was nobody kind of picked up the ball, so I think I went around Siakam and then just trying to make a play at the end. But a lot of it is like just everybody being aware that there's still a lot of time left.
About 3 minutes ago, you make an incredible physical defensive play against Siakam, who's trying to play bully ball, and you go right down the other end, play two-man game with Hart, and score at the rim. And that 30-second, 45-second window, whatever it was, what does that feel like to have that level of motor in minute 45 of the game?
I think that's just one of the things that I relish in playing, and I like playing defense, and I've been put in a lot of those positions where I'm guarding guys bigger than me and getting posted up. It's kind of like just one of the things that the NBA has thrown at me. Like even like the start of the Orlando game, it's a post up right off the catch. So it's just one of those things I enjoy doing and competing. And then on the other end, obviously just making a play. Obviously it felt good. Like I said, I've been trying to get to the rim a lot more, so that one was a little more gratifying than some of the other buckets tonight.
Obviously, several of you guys talked about like leading up to Christmas Day, just the feelings surrounding not playing on that day. And obviously you argue that the league hasn't marketed you guys as a team well. The league maybe hasn't marketed Shai well. I just wonder specifically with Shai, what kind of job you think the league has done in terms of marketing him.
I feel like we all kind of understand the obvious. I don't think we all worry about it too much. I know he doesn't give it a ton of attention, and that's why he's been playing the way he has. But I mean, when you win, it all goes away. So that's what we plan on continuing to do. But yeah, they got to pick it up a little. But when you win, it becomes inevitable. It kind of silences all doubt.
Anybody else?
Cool.
Thanks, Dale.
Mark, for years now, this team has had a pretty uncommon understanding of the length of a game. And what, again, did you see from this group to go down 15 the way you did and have a really kind of chaotic start to the game and be able to get everything on track within the flow of 48 minutes?
Yeah, I think we were 3 for our first 19 or something to start the game. So that's hard to keep the game in striking distance. Thought we did a great job fighting back multiple times. That's part of what Indiana does to you with their pace and just the way that they can score in bunches. They create a lot of variance in the game, and so you got to really stay level and keep playing the possession in front of you. I thought we did that multiple times tonight. There was a couple different times where they extended leads against us and we were able to cut into them. I thought the guys in the second half specifically, we kind of played on our terms in the second half. In the first half, that wasn't the case.
You talked, Shai and you have talked about just he's a guy that never settles with his game, with his work ethic. To see him have that three-point shot pay off the way that it did tonight, given the effort and the work that he's put into it, what does that say about him and the team and the way that you guys have attacked that?
Yeah, I mean, first a note on the team. I thought, every one of the 11 guys that played contributed, and I thought we had a couple of very critical stretches there in the third quarter to start the fourth quarter, and had a lot of contributions from a lot of guys. Everybody seemed to make a big play for us tonight that we really needed on a night where we were playing a very hot opponent. With that said, Shai was outstanding tonight. That was a masterpiece. I mean, he was at his own pace the entire night. I thought he moved it out of the early helps and got his teammates activated, but great blend of passing and attacking, great blend of shooting and attacking. He just had total control of the wheel tonight.
Mark, speaking of Shai, it goes 2 for 8 in the first quarter, and the rest of the way, he only misses one shot. I don't know if you guys teach this, but it felt like when the offense was trying to figure itself out, that he just went and snagged the game for himself. Did you sort of sense that at times?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Did he just snatch the game up himself? He really took it to the defense.
No, I think he started 2 for 8, like you mentioned. I think the bigger point with that is just his confidence is completely unwavering, and to Nick's point with the work ethic, I think that's where it comes from. His work and the consistency of his work is a great source of confidence for him. So he never gets rattled by a slow start. He never gets rattled by how he's getting guarded. He just stays incredibly steady and kind of understands what the game's going to be and then plays it. And I thought he did that again tonight and set a great tone for us.
Obviously, I think for much of that game, Hartenstein was on Siakam, go to Dub on Siakam late. That's why the change, and what you see from that point.
Well, they're a tough matchup, because they've got scoring at all 5 spots in their starting lineup. Turner's a stretch big that can shoot the ball very well. Siakam, Turner can shoot, and Siakam, kind of bullies smaller matchups. And so the thinking there early was to put hard on Siakam, take away some of the bully ball at least, and make him a jump shooter, and then we can put a guard on Turner and switch and try to take out the catch and shoots, which we were able to do. Siakam got going early. And then down the stretch with the way both of those guys were going, we just thought the switch was more appropriate, and it proved to be effective. But that's the position they put you in. Tonight was a great game for us because they put us in a lot of uncomfortable positions from just their personnel, how fast they play, how well they were playing coming in. They zoned us in the second half. They blitzed us down the stretch. I mean, we had to hit a lot of different pitches tonight, and the guys did a great job.
Mark, just the way that they zoned you a variety of times tonight and mixed that in, what did you like best about the opportunities that you had to pierce it and then play make off of it?
Well, I thought our attacks against the zone were good, and we didn't make shots early. Like, we got some decent shots, and they didn't go in. And sometimes when you're going against zone, that can make you tight. And I thought we just stuck with our attacks, and we've worked really hard on that. We see a lot of zone, we see a lot of blitzing, we see a lot of squeezing, we see a lot of different stuff. So it's great for us when we get squeezed like that. And the guys were just really persistent in the way we attacked it and eventually got really good cracks against it.
There's a million of these invisible plays, so it's hard to single out one specifically, but you find Shai finds Kaysen on a roll as a screener, sets up 2 free throws from hard side. I mean, just the versatility that you can go to in that situation, how unexpected, or I guess how much of a surprise can you maybe throw opposing teams in those situations when you have the personnel you do?
I mean, those are just, it goes back to the attacks. You know, at the end of the day, teams are going to guard you different ways, and you have to be able to react to the defense. And because we have a unique team, we see a lot of different things. And one of them is that, you know, and Halliburton's a guy that usually is up to the level of the screen. We knew he would on that play. But you still have to be able to trust the decision making of the guy in the pocket. And Kaysen made a really nice play there.
Just going back to Shai, I know his post-ups have been a thing in the past. I don't know if we've seen that percentage here, but he went to it a lot tonight. I guess, what's that process been like in terms of him recognizing the days where he might need that? And is that something you're maybe asking him to do more?
The post-ups are definitely effective, not only in his ability to score, but his ability to draw too, and us play out of it. He found some nice passes out of those tonight, and he found his scoring out of those as well. It hasn't been like a featured thing. There's certain things that to start the season we've left on the table a little bit in pursuit of developing some of the other parts of the team and developing some diversity in our attacks. We know that works. But against a team like this where you end up in a pace game, he ends up on an open side quite a bit in transition. He always has the freedom to do that, and he had a nice blend out of the post tonight.